Hi there, it's Lou Collins, and today I want to do a piece of lettering with blended colours using the Chameleon colour and blending system. So I have this pack here, and included in this we have 5 Chameleon colour tops, different colours here. We have the 6 Chameleon markers, which includes a blender, and then we do also have the mixing chamber as well, so we can get lots of different shades, lots of different colour tones, and some beautiful blending that's completely seamless. Once I have my pens ready and I've sketched out my design, I like to choose my colours straight away, so then I can work out which blends to create using which pens and which colour tops. And what I usually do is a little test on a scrap of paper. Now the paper I would always suggest to be the same paper as the one you're going to be working on. That way the absorbency will be the same, the drying time will be the same, and all of these different factors, so you get a true result. So I've taken some of the shades that I'm going to be using throughout my piece and gone from 5 seconds of mixing to 10 seconds and documented here how long it will take for that blend to go from one to the other. This way, when I'm creating my piece, if I've got a small area and I need the colour to change quickly, I can use the 5 seconds, but I can also use in between these. So say I want something between these two, I'll just mix for 7 seconds. So I have my design sketched out on a piece of paper here, and I've used the template provided to do that. I've actually done it in pencil, erased a lot of it here so we can just see the lines, and that way there's less erasing to do once we've finished colouring. So now to fill in the colour, and I'm going to start in the centre and work my way out, and I'm going to be blending from red in the centre, orange and yellow up here because there's sun rays there, and then coming from the red to purple to blue, and then to the lime green or the green at the bottom. So it goes through the rainbow colours there, but starting with the sun being yellow and orange. So I'm going to start with red for the base of the sun there, and I'm going to use my red here, but then I'm going to change the colour into the orange. So I'm going to take off the smaller nib because I'm doing a smaller project rather than the larger brush nib, and I'm going to use the colour chamber here. I'm going to put these together just for about 10 seconds. Now I'm going to hold this upright for about 10 seconds while I mix this. There, I'm going to replace the lid. Now there's no hurry to speed this along, you can take your time, the ink will sit in the nib there. So if you want to, you can test on a piece of paper, but I've previously done this, so 10 seconds should give me a little bit of time to go around the sun here. So my orange, taking this nice and slowly. Beauty of alcohol inks is that they do blend gorgeously. Next I want to work on the rays coming out from the sun there. So this is going to be from orange into yellow. So again, I need to look at my colour chart that I've created, and I probably want to do 10 seconds to allow plenty of time to get all the way out there. So I'm going to avoid the rays going around the letters too much. I'm going to stop before it gets to each letter. So again, I'm going to use the smaller nib here, the precision nib. I'm going to do 10 seconds using the orange on top of this yellow. So just starting at this side, I'm going going to take that orange, going around the E there. And we're almost back to the yellow, the original pen colour. Just while I've got my yellow, I'm just going to go over the lines here to help blend those in. I'm going to carry on with the yellow just up to the top of each letter for now. Just frame that letter. And then what I'll do in a little while, I'll go back and I'll blend from nothing with the colourless blender into the yellow. So now I need to take these rays from the dark yellow out to nothing, to no colour, and I want the blend for that. So I'm going to take my yellow again, and I'm going to put on the colourless blender, so the colour top that has just the toner in it. So that will take the colour out of my yellow nib. So I'm just going to stand that up for a few seconds. Going to start here. This is quite a large area, so I'm going to do half of it at a time. You see, with the colourless blender, that actually fades back into the colour much quicker than when we add our other colour tops. So very often we need to have this running for a little bit longer when we're putting the two together. Now I've completed the sun rays, I think the actual sun I'd like to be a bit darker, a bit more red in the middle. So I'm going to take my red pen on its own without any blending,
colour in the very centre there to ensure that I get the deep dark colour there that I want. And then I'm going to work again. I'm going to put my orange colour top onto the red pen, and I'm going to work out in sections going from this dark orange that we've got at the base of the rays there into the red. So now I'm going to work on this section in the middle, and I want this to be 3 colours. So I want a little bit of red at the top there, only a small amount. Then I want mostly purple, and then I just want going down into blue at the bottom. So the purple is going to be the colour top, the red and the blue are going to be pens. So what I'm going to need to do is blend the purple and the red and go from the centre up to get the red. So I'm going to turn this upside down. Now I've got 2 sections here that I need to just use my pencil and go over a little bit darker, just to ensure that I can see the lines clearly. So taking the purple, this one's purple grape, onto the red, and I'm going to blend that for about 5-10 seconds. I want to ensure I've got the purple there. The purple's quite a strong colour, so it takes a little while longer than some to blend back. Now I'm not quite at red yet, and I want to have red at the top, so I'm just going to scribble some of that purple out onto a scrap of cardstock to make sure that we have just plain red at the very top. Then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Now to continue the purple, as I've only got the purple colour top here, I'm blending the clear colourless blender pen with the purple colour top there. And this will take the purple down lower, and I'm going to keep doing this until I've filled in the centre of this triangle. So now I've got some purple there. I'm going to just remove all the rest of the purple from my clear blender, just to ensure that next time I want to use this, that it is clean. And I'm going to take the blue that I want to use for the base of these triangles. I'm going to just colour in some plain blue to start with. Same on both sides. Just to ensure that I've got a nice solid clear blue there. And then I'm going to use my colour top just to go from purple to blue to fade those 2 in, so putting these together. I'm going to try 5 seconds, but these are quite long strokes, so I may find I need to do a bit longer. So lastly, I want to go from blue into green with this word happiness. So I'm going to use my, this is beautiful spring meadow green. I'm going to use this for the very base of the letters. It's almost going back into that yellow then, and I'm going to blend it up into the blue. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over the tops of these letters in just the blue on its own. So there I've gone over in the blue, and this just ensures that however far I take my green, I'm going to have some nice solid blue at the top there. Now I'm going to turn this around because I prefer to work from the top down. I'm going to take my colour chamber here, and I'm going to blend these about 5 seconds because I'm going to do each individual stroke. So the blue and the green together for 5. Now I'm going to make this word create show up a lot more just by using the black pen that comes with the set, and I'm going to use the bullet nib. I'm just very carefully going to go over lightly all of the outlines just to make that all stand out. Now I'm also going to go and outline this word as well, and that just neatens up any edges that aren't perfectly smooth from where I've been blending. Now I'm quite keen to fill in this purple a bit more. I think the blender came through a bit too much there. So I'm going to be doing that with my blues and my purple first of all, working on the base, and then I'll switch it round and do the purple and the red again. Just blending the purple chamber, this is purple grape, onto the blue violet and doing it for as long as I can. I mean, probably 15-20 seconds, and then I'll work back over this to give it more of a solid colour. I'm much happy with that now. So now I need to take my template and trace these words your own. The best way to do that is to put the template onto a light board and then follow through with a pencil here. So now I've got my words in there written in pencil, I can just about see them. I'm going to go over with a white gel pen. Now I'm also going to use the same pen just to add some small highlights. So I'm going to have some highlights on the sun here. And then on the brush lettering, the brush script here as well. When everything's dry, just take an eraser and take away any of those pencil lines that are remaining from your original sketch. This will mostly be where the colour is lighter, so particularly around the tops of the sun rays.